Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Tech Talk here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group. Securities offered by MoneyBlock, here to take a look at some stocks that are going to have some market-moving news, that is earnings. And there are three stocks that I want to take a look at here in Tech Talk. We're going to take a look at and decipher the charts for you. So while you may not be seeing a picture, I'm going to paint it for you, and you're going to get the critical levels. I'm also going to look at the option pricing, and that's going to give me some forecast of what the estimated range is going to be for these stocks that are announcing earnings both for the next day as well as out through the next 8 days. So here we go. Let's take a look at the first stock, American Express. Can't leave home without it, right? 76.80 is where the stock is trading, down 68 cents. Financials have been beat up today. They're underperforming the market in general, down almost 1% today. Taking a look at AXP. AXP is the ticker symbol for American Express. Right now, for going into this event tonight, they are pricing in the potential that this stock could either be up $3.30 or down $3.30. The range that I'm giving you right now for American Express going into earnings tonight is it could be as high as almost $80 or it could be as low as right now around 72. So you're getting that $3.30 range. Basically, that's for going into tonight's event and through tomorrow. For the next 8 days, you're seeing $3.77 being built in to the range. So again, you're looking at basically 80 to the upside, 80 roughly to the upside, and you're looking at 72 on the downside. So some interesting action in American Express. Now, what is the implied volatility of those options telling us? That implied volatility, folks, for those of you that don't know what that is just that forecast. It's an input into the options pricing model that implies or forecasts potential move in the underlying. That's how they use that component to basically price in their protection when they're buying and selling particular underlying calls and puts. So where is the implied volatility ranking? It's on a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being the lowest implied volatility and 100 being the highest. When you see it high, that's a high expectation of big violent moves. Right now, the implied volatility rank for American Express is at 46. That's telling you that there's a heightened sense of potential violent moves, but it needs to get over 50, 60, 70% if you're going to see it very violent. Now, critical levels that you're going to want to watch both in the short term, the midterm, and the long term. 75.75, that's on the short term. 73.62 on the long term, and 66.31 on the long term. I said 73.62 should be midterm. If the bulls are going to keep control at American Express, a break of 75, that means that there could be, from the short-term perspective, a trend change. A break of 73 means that there is a trend change, and especially if it happens on volume. That means that something fundamentally has changed with this stock, and it is technically now broached midterm support. Watch those two levels tonight. IBM is reporting tonight. The big blue, trading at 166.70, down about 10 cents, basically flat today. One thing that's notable about IBM is it's 5% away from its 52-week high going into earnings tonight. Now, IBM's options are pricing in the potential for the stock to be in a range going into tonight's event for the next day of being either up 570 or down 570. That basically gives you 171 to the upside, 161 to the downside, roughly. You could even go down to 160 and maybe 170 and some change. That's for the next day, and for the next 8 days, it has a 665 range. So you're seeing that there is some volatility being priced into IBM going into the earnings announcement, into the inauguration, and into next week. The implied volatility rank is at 51%, so it is in that mid-level of the rank for the last 52 weeks. Heightened sense of potential violent moves here, so be on your toes. 167 has already been broached. That was the short-term bullish trend. It broke that a few days ago, has not been able to break back above. That means that right now the short-term bears are in control in IBM. You want to see 164 hold into and post the earnings. If 164 holds, that means that institutional support or midterm support is still engaged and involved in IBM. A break there, that would mean that not only technically is it now shifting to a bearish stance, you could see some fundamental rationale of why. 156 will be long-term support. A break there would mean that there is a trend shift in IBM. We'll watch those levels closely going into the event. Finally, we want to take a look at Skyworks. Skyworks is trading at $78.29, down about 1.2% or 98 cents. Now, Skyworks, ticker symbol SWKS, is about 5% away from its 52-week high. You're seeing right now that the options that are expiring tomorrow are pricing in a range going into tonight's earnings event for SWKS of either up $4.28 or down $4.28. That gets you to either 82 and some change, almost 83, or as low as 73 and some change, or 74 on this $78 stock. The implied volatility rank is at 51%. That's telling you that there is an expectation of potentially violent moves either up or down in this stock. Levels you're going to want to watch: 77, 76, and 71. Break of 77 means short-term trend is broken for the bulls. That means it will become resistance if it's broken. IBM, 167 resistance. Right now, 77 on Skyworks is support. Break there, then you're going to want to watch 76. A break of 76 means that the intermediate trend, or in other words, what I call the institutional breaking point, could be into question, especially if there's a fundamental breakdown in the stock after earnings. You could see it really start to ramp up and go towards 71. And right now they're pricing in the potential that it could challenge 71 with a $4.28 range. All right, folks, that's it right now for Tech Talk. Join me at 4:30 Eastern Time for the closing bell. I'm going to wrap all this action up for you right before we go into Trump, the inauguration tomorrow. So see you then at 4:30 Eastern Time here at MarketStream.live.